Call of Duty is a first-person shooter video game series that defined the first-person shooter genre. It started in 2003 with Call of Duty 1 as a World War II first-person shooter video game, but then in 2007 a modern shooter, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was released, which made the series get recognition and made it a gaming phenomena which it is today, and from then a lineup of great shooter games started from the first to the latest and upcoming game, Modern Warfare 3. Now while all of us wait for the new Modern Warfare 3, let's go on a ride and experience some of the best games of the series. GaminG HuB presents Ranking the 10 Best Call of Duty Games. Number 10. Call of Duty 2003. Call of Duty is a first-person shooter game developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. It is the first installment in the Call of Duty franchise, released on October 29, 2003, for Microsoft Windows. The game simulates infantry and combined arms warfare at World War II using a modified version of the id Tech 3 engine. Much of its theme and gameplay is similar to the Medal of Honor series, however, Call of Duty showcases multiple viewpoints staged in the American, British, and Soviet theaters of World War II. Call of Duty received critical acclaim and won several Game of the Year awards. It became the 8th best-selling computer game of 2003. Number 9. Call of Duty World War II. Call of Duty World War II is a first-person shooter game developed by Sledgehammer Games and published by Activision. It was released worldwide on November 3, 2017 for PlayStation 4, Windows and Xbox One. The game's campaign is set in the European theater and is centered around a squad in the 1st Infantry Division following their battles on the Western Front and set mainly in the historical events of Operation Overlord. Upon release, the game received positive reviews from critics praising its story, the changes to combat, multiplayer modes, and visuals. The game was a commercial success, generating $500 million of revenue within just 3 days of its release. It became the highest-grossing console game of 2017 in North America, and generated over $1 billion in worldwide revenue by the end of the year. Number 8. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is a first-person shooter video game developed by Treyarch and published by Activision. It was released for Microsoft Windows, PS3, and Xbox 360 on November 12, 2012, and for the Wii U on November 18. Black Ops 2 is the 9th game in the Call of Duty franchise of video games, a sequel to Call of Duty Black Ops and the first Call of Duty game for the Wii. The campaign follows up the story of Black Ops and is set in the late 1980s and 2025. In the 1980s, the player switches control between Alex Mason and Frank Woods, two of the protagonists from Black Ops, while in 2025, the player assumes control of Mason's son, David. Black Ops 2 received mostly positive reviews from critics, with praise for its gameplay, story, multiplayer, zombies mode, and villain. The game was a commercial success. Within 24 hours of going on sale, the game grossed over $500 million. It had remained the largest entertainment launch of all time until September 2013, when GTA 5 had grossed $800 million in its first day of release. Number 7. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2011. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is a 2011 first-person shooter video game, developed by Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games and published by Activision. The game was released worldwide in November 2011 for Microsoft Windows, the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii. It is the sequel to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The game's campaign follows Modern Warfare 2 and begins right after the events of its final mission. Similar to Modern Warfare 2, it is centered around Task Force 141, which contains Captain Price, Soap McTavish, and a new playable character, Yuri. Alongside the Delta Force and Special Air Service, they hunt Vladimir Makarov, a Russian terrorist who leads the Russian Ultranationalist Party. Modern Warfare 3 received positive reviews from critics, with praise for its gameplay, campaign, and multiplayer. It was a massive commercial success, and within 24 hours of going on sale, the game sold 6.5 million copies in the US and UK and grossed $400 million, making it the largest entertainment launch ever. Number 6. Call of Duty: Black Ops Cold War. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is a first-person shooter video game developed by Treyarch and Raven Software and published by Activision. It was released worldwide on November 13, 2020, for PS4, PS5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. It was the first next-gen Call of Duty game and a launch title for the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. It serves as the sixth installment in the Black Ops series. The campaign is set during the early 1980s in the Cold War, taking place between Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2. It is centered around a pursuit of the alleged Soviet spy Perseus. The game received generally favorable reviews from critics, with praise for the campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. The PS4 version sold 84,475 physical copies within its first week in Japan. The PS5 version was the 19th best-selling game in Japan in the same week, with 6,045 copies being sold. In December 2020, it was confirmed that the game had sold 5.7 million digital units. The game earned $678 million. It is the best-selling game of 2020 and is the 20th best-selling video game in the US. Number 5. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a 2019 first-person shooter video game developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. Serving as the 16th overall installment in the Call of Duty series, as well as a reboot of the Modern Warfare sub-series, it was released on October 25, 2019, for PS4, Windows, and Xbox One. The game takes place in a realistic and modern setting. The campaign follows a CIA officer and British SAS forces as they team up with rebels from the fictional Republic of Urzikstan, combating together against Russian armed forces who have invaded the country and the Urzik terrorist group Al-Qatala, while searching for a stolen shipment of chlorine gas. Modern Warfare received praise for its gameplay, campaign, multiplayer, graphics, and is considered as one of the best games in the series. Modern Warfare earned over $600 million within its first 3 days of release, making it the highest-selling game in the franchise during the current console generation and breaking several sales records, including the best digital opening in Activision's history, the most digital units sold for a game in 3 days on PS4. The game had sold over 30 million units by September 2020. Number 4. Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2 2022. Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2 is a first-person shooter video game developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. It is a sequel to the 2019 reboot, and serves as the 19th installment in the overall Call of Duty series. It was released on October 28, 2022, for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. The campaign follows multinational Special Operations Unit Task Force 141 and Mexican Special Forces Unit Los Vaqueros as they attempt to track down terrorist Hassan Zyani, who is in possession of American-made ballistic missiles. The game takes place in both real and fictional locations, such as the fictional Mexican city of Los Alamos, Amsterdam, the Mexico-United States border, Gulf of Mexico, Chicago, Urzikstan, and the new United Republic of Adal, Ura, the capital of which, Al-Mazrah, serves as a major locale within the campaign and multiplayer modes. It had an impressive story, awesome missions and great graphics which made the game a masterpiece. Modern Warfare 2 received generally favorable reviews from critics. It was a commercial success and broke several records for the series, including becoming the fastest Call of Duty game to generate $1 billion in revenue. The game earned $800 million in revenue in its first 3 days of release, and $1 billion within 10 days, surpassing the series' previous record holders, 2011's Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 and 2012's Black Ops 2. In 2022 it became the best-selling game in the US. Number 3. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is a first-person shooter video game developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. The game breaks away from the World War II setting of previous entries and is instead set in modern times. It was released in November 2007 for the PS3, Xbox 360 and Microsoft Windows, and was later ported to the Wii in 2009. The story takes place in the year of 2011, where a radical leader has executed the president of an unnamed country in the Middle East, and an ultranationalist movement ignites a civil war in Russia. The game received universal acclaim from critics, with praise towards the gameplay and story. Modern Warfare won numerous Game of the Year titles. It is considered as one of the greatest video games of all time. It was the top-selling game worldwide of 2007, selling around 7 million copies by 2008 and almost 16 million by 2013. It also received a remastered version as part of a special bundle for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare in 2016 and as a standalone in 2017. Number 2. Call of Duty Black Ops. Call of Duty Black Ops is a first-person shooter game. Developed by Treyarch and published by Activision. It was released worldwide in November 2010 for Microsoft Windows, the PS3, Wii, and Xbox 360. It is set in the 1960s during the Cold War. The game's single-player campaign follows CIA operative Alex Mason as he attempts to recall specific memories in order to locate a numbers station set to instruct Soviet sleeper agents to deploy chemical weapons across the United States. The game received generally positive reviews from critics with praise for its story, voice acting, darker tone and multiplayer modes. It was nominated Game of the Year by numerous media outlets and award shows. Within 24 hours of going on sale, the game had sold more than 5.6 million copies, breaking the record set by its predecessor Modern Warfare 2 by some 2.3 million copies. The game had sold over 25 million copies worldwide, making it, at the time, the best-selling game of all time in the United States, and it remains one of the best-selling games of all time. Number 1. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2009. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is a first-person shooter game developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. It is the sixth installment in the Call of Duty series and the direct sequel to Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. It was released worldwide on November 10, 2009, for Windows, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. The game's campaign follows Task Force 141, a multinational special forces unit commanded by Captain Soap McTavish as they hunt Vladimir Makarov, leader of the Russian Ultranationalist Party, and United States Army Rangers from the 1st Ranger Battalion who are defending the Washington, D.C. area from a Russian invasion. The game's main playable characters are Sergeant Gary Roach Sanderson, of the 141, and Private James Ramirez, of the Army Rangers, with Captain McTavish becoming playable later in the campaign. It received universal acclaim, with praise for its campaign, multiplayer, and amount of content. Within 24 hours of release, the game sold approximately 4.7 million copies in North America and the United Kingdom. As of 2013, the game had sold 22.7 million. A remaster, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, was released on the PS4 in March 2020 and April 2020 for Windows and Xbox One. After it became backward compatible with the Xbox One, it became the 8th best-selling video game in the United States in August 2018. It had sold more copies in that month than the then most recent entry in the series, Call of Duty World War II, which came out in November 2017. During the previous month, before becoming backward compatible, Modern Warfare 2 was at only number 321 on the bestsellers list.